it's getting outrageous. I'm spending $50 for a blaster box now. I'm trying to get these NFL optics, and they're $70 for a blaster box. I can't find them in the stores. It's getting ridiculous. So you know what I'm going to do, or know what we're going to do here, Sports Card Hustlers, is we are going to start something new. I'm going to just pick players that we want that are the most well-known players of 2024, and we're going to pick these guys and try to get either singles of them or go to hobby shops or Walmarts or Targets and get blaster boxes or hanger packs and just look for these cards. And I made a list of a couple people from each main geographic area around us, and then some people or some players from the major sports. Okay. And we're going to see if this is going to work or not. Okay. And you guys can start the journey with me and do it with us or not. Or you can just kind of stay with the journey as we do this over the next couple of months and see if we do get these cards, indeed get these cards. Because, the way things are going now, it's getting crazy. And I'm getting all these base cards. I want base cards, but we're getting all these different kind of things. And I think I'm doing it the wrong way. So we're going to try something new for the next couple of months. At least I'm going to do it. Okay. So first player I'm going to look for is Steph Curry. Okay. So Steph Curry, looking for him. We're going to look for Bryce Harper. Now, before we get into like who I should pick and things like that, I'm just looking at the names that pop off my head. There's a bazillion guys you can pick: rookies, non-rookies, all-stars, non-all-stars. These are just the players that stood out to me. I know there's other players that I probably missed, but these are the ones that stood out to me that we're going to choose. So Curry, Harper, Elly De La Cruz. We're going to do Bedard from NHL, right? Connor Bedard, okay, because he's kind of a big name now. CJ Stroud, okay, Victor Wemby. We're going to go after him because he's a big name in basketball. We're going to try to get some singles of him, okay. Bobby Witt. I love Bobby Witt. Awesome player, hard-nosed player. And Ohtani. Okay, so I know the list is major MLB because I'm a MLB fan and NHL, but there's also some other guys from each list, other lists as well, okay. I'm trying to build a collection from start. So I got my collection, put it to the side, not using that collection anymore. Okay. I'm going to start a new collection just with these cards to see how we do. Okay. Because, it's getting crazy out there. So building a collection, and I'm going to try to go to card shows. I'm going to try to go to just hobby shops that have singles. Maybe even at Phillies games they have singles and things like that. And a couple videos ago, we started talking about how they should bring in hobby shops into the stadiums. So next time we go to a Phillies game or a Braves game or a game that we live around, we're going to try to get singles. Now I know this is probably not the least expensive route, because if you're looking for like a Connor Bedard single, it's hundreds of dollars. If you're looking for a Wemby single, you might be able to pull out a blaster box, but it might be $100, $200. CJ Stroud, $200 or whatever. So these are bigger names now that are rookies, because everybody's trying to get the rookie card and save and hold on to it, right? But I think the hobby field, not everybody necessarily, but a lot of people, just from my personal experience, are just trying to get these cards and then trying to sell them. And again, we've been saying this for months and months and months now, years, that we're not like that. We're trying to prolong the hobby. We're trying to build relationships, how Johnny builds relationships with his kids, how I build relationships with my kids, how Scotty builds relationships with his dad, eventually his kids. So we're trying to build relationships and just make that love of collecting and seeing your favorite player on TV. And man, I got an Elly De La Cruz card here that's autographed, and I'm seeing them steal second, steal third, steal home. So it's a cool thing to do, and that's why I picked these players, because they're like the ones that stood out to me the most, and to us, Johnny, Scotty, and I the most. Definitely more meaning, because I'm personally going after these cards. If I open a hobby box, if I open a hanger pack, if I open a blaster box, I'm looking for these cards and I'm saving them for my collection. Okay, and everything's so expensive nowadays. So you might be able to get a base card of Elly De La Cruz for a couple of dollars. What's the difference, right? I want it for my collection. This is for our personal collection that I want to save, that I want to give to my kids, that Tyler wants to give to his kids, that I want to give to my grandkids and so on and so forth. And, maybe give away and things like that too. We do collections so we can give random baseball kids cards away to them. And I think it's a really neat thing to do that we're trying to do here, and trying to prolong the hobby field and the hobby, because it's getting outrageous. All these prices for these blaster boxes. Like I said in our last video, I went to the store and I'm going to get a Topps 2024 Chrome, and because the Chromes are all out now and things like that, and they're looking for like the MVP buyback, like how it was last year when Ohtani won it. You can give his card back, you get $20 for like the base card, you get $40 for a refractor, or whatever that is. We'll make a video of that in the future. And like it's $40 for a blaster box, and there's like 27 cards in that thing. It's crazy. It should be like $20. It should be half of that. But with inflation, everything's going crazy. But that's how it should be. But most expensive nowadays, and we're trying to do these things so it helps us out and keeps everything going. So stay tuned for more.